Today is the day that I way over deliver. I have so many positions that you can do from home. I can't even count them, and I'm not going to try. Don't worry if you're looking for experienced or inexperienced, if you're looking for a specialized skill or a non-specialized skill, part-time, full-time, freelance, evenings, weekends, guess what? I've got you covered. Just look below this video, copy and paste that link to go to my YouTube channel so you can see the full video. I'm going to way over deliver today. I will see you on the other side. Alright guys, I'm back. And I know I've delivered value in the past, but today is the day that I'm really going to deliver. Don't even write down notes. There's just too many positions for you to do that. You're just going to have to trust that I'm going to put everything you need in the bottom of this video where the description is. So don't worry, got you guys covered. So this is going to be one of my best videos for number of positions that you can do from home. In this pandemic, we can't stop. Bills don't stop. It would be nice if they did. They don't. We still need to make money, and we can use this opportunity to gain a nice side income. We can use this opportunity to switch careers. We can use this opportunity to fully work from home and maybe not even have to return back to our cubicles and corporate 9-to-5s. With that being said, let's get into it. I got a lot to cover. All right, guys, so I'm going to start out with CVS. For most of you, you've heard of the company CVS. You've heard of their competitors, Walgreens and Rite Aid, CVS Pharmacy. Definitely talking about them. They have multiple work from home positions. I'm just going to point out a select few. One thing I love about this reputable company, you can go to one site, and some of you out there may be eligible for a plethora of these jobs. Definitely one, maybe multiple. So the first one, customer service representative ops remote, fully remote. So let's go down and look for something else. Here's another work from home, strategic planning and analysis senior manager remote. Not going to go over the description. You guys click on it. Some of you will qualify for it, some of you won't. That's okay. Move on to what you do qualify for. Maybe you qualify for network relations consultant. I'll be honest, I don't know what that is. Let's go to product development specialist, remote, management associate, customer service. Now that says temporary remote. So it sounds like to me after the pandemic you'll be going back to the office. So just be prepared for that. So most likely you'll need to be in Ohio. New Albany is close to Columbus. So just make sure you look at the location requirements. Some of these, it doesn't matter where you're from, or at, I should say. Customer service, I said that one. This is a different job number. And then there's more. Let's see. These might not be from home. Skip that. Let's see if there are other pages. Project lead, remote. I'm just going to skip around. Digital content market manager, fully remote. Here's another fully remote position, legal counsel. We know that's an attorney. Most of us that are looking at this are not attorneys. So, you know, you need a specialized skill set. Here's that network relations consultant position. Again, different job number. Presentation designer, remote. Again, fully remote. So, and there's call center representative, work from home. So, there looks like 5 pages or more. If you click on here, there may be even more than 5 pages. Yep, I was correct. Now, will all 10 of those pages be all remote positions? Well, I'll say that each one of those pages most likely will have a remote position, because if you look at page 6, here are 1, 2, 3, 4 fully remote positions right here. EAP placement specialist, work from home. Now this one says in California. So just double check to make sure it may be for Californians only. That's okay. Some of you are from California. There are jobs in here that may be New Jersey only or Minnesota only, or they may be 8 different states. Just look at the location. There's plenty of pages on this one website for you to look on. Very reputable company. CVS has been around a long time. You have nothing to lose by going through these positions. Already more jobs than we can count. Now let's move on to the next one. So here, VIP desk. A select few of you may have heard of VIP desk. Here's what I love. And I'm going to tell you there's 4. It just says 3 right here. I already clicked on the luxury customer service representative. It is from home. And I already clicked on the director of client services. It is from home as well. Customer service and sales representative remote, from home. Customer service representative remote, from home. Got it? So that's 4 positions, and we didn't even leave this website yet. So if you don't want to go to CVS, you want to go to 3 positions that you know don't require a specialized skill set, because the director of client services probably has a specialized skill set or experience. There's 3 that you can knock out in one website right there. And still, look at the director of client services. You may have what it takes to fill that position. So I'm going to go on to the next one. This one's a little bit unique. Blood donor recruiter. I've never been a recruiter to get people to give blood. I may have brought it up at my job. Hey, Red Cross is going to be downstairs, yada, 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 but I never got paid to do it. Here's your opportunity to get paid for it. Monday through Thursday, 5:30 to 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. So if you Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. to 12 and 5:30 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that's a split shift. So it looks like you're going to work 3 hours, then on that same day, 2.5 hours. The beautiful thing about this, because I was never a fan of split shifts, I hate going to my job twice. Here, you're not leaving home. So let's say you're even a person, you don't really like being on the phone that much. This here, you can tolerate 3 hours on the phone, and then you've got that gap from 12 to 5:30. So you have, what, a 5.5 hour gap to take a breather, go run some errands, play with your kids, walk your dogs, do whatever it is, exercise, do whatever it is that you're doing at home. Have a meal with the family, and then bam, get back on for only 2.5 hours. That's it. And look at the pay rate. $12.50 to $15 an hour. So those of you that are more experienced, you're talking about $15 an hour. So it's a great way for you to make some easy money. Obviously, you're going to be making outbound calls, but I've already read the description. You're going to be calling people that have given in the past. So it's not like you're going to call a random stranger and say, hey, you feel like giving blood today or next week? How many pints can I count on you for? You're not going to have to do that. Again, this link will be in the description. Let's move on. Recognize this name right here? GoDaddy. You've seen a lot of the commercials. Remember when they had the GoDaddy girls, and remember they had Danica Patrick, one of the biggest, if not the biggest web host in the world, GoDaddy. Very reputable company. I've used them for purchasing domain names, hosting some of my websites, designing some of my sites, things of that sort. GoDaddy's most likely not going any darn where. They're one of the biggest and best. What I can tell you about GoDaddy is this. They provide extremely high quality technical support and customer service. So let's look at this position. Social media customer onboarding. In a nutshell, business owners are going to be calling you about the social media platform that they have through GoDaddy, and you're going to kind of troubleshoot what their issues are and answer some of their questions, just like you would call GoDaddy when you're having website issues. Voila. So GoDaddy, reputable company. This is not a temporary position. If you think you have the patience, GoDaddy will teach you. I don't work for GoDaddy. I'm not getting anything out of it. I just know their high standards, or higher standards, I should say. I say apply for it if customer service and technical support is your bag. Be a part of something big. I love that. Be a part of something big. You making me, you kind of hyping me up for the job. Outdoorsy is a fast-moving, fast-growing startup with a proactive attitude. Find your dream job. I love it. You are really selling me on this, Outdoorsy. We all agree the title doesn't matter nearly as much as the work you do. Man, you guys should be salespeople. But most importantly, it's the people you work alongside. Working on our team means you can count on being challenged. You'll be inspired and you'll be proud, because whatever your job is here, you'll be part of something big that you can proudly stand behind. Man, they just sold me just off of that. These guys should be in sales. That's great sales copy, to be honest with you. I'm just going to hit the remote jobs. Insurance sales agent. Obviously, if you're selling insurance, you need an insurance license. So look into that. And sometimes some of the companies will hire you and pay for your license and training. So just look into that. Let me skip around. Claims representatives. Generally, as a claims representative, you don't need an insurance license. Claims rep is just a type of customer service. If you can do customer service, you can do claims. If you can do data entry and you don't mind talking to people, you can do this job. Outdoorsy community moderators. So think of it as like a Facebook page, and you're moderating the comments. You're solving issues between people that's in the community. And you're probably doing a little bit more technical stuff of that. You might do some posting, you might do some editing, you might do some rejecting. Bam, you guys can do that. Moderate communities in social networking sites, including Facebook, Twitter, and other similar social media outposts, adapting methodology where appropriate. That sounds like a job I would actually enjoy, and I think a lot of you guys would enjoy it. Senior product designer has insurance, has something to do with insurance. It's fully remote. UX writer, if you don't know what a UX writer is, I'm pretty sure you don't qualify for it. If you do know what a UX writer is, you probably qualify for it. Customer support specialist full-time. Do I need to discuss what a customer support specialist is? No. And then that's just 1 through 10. So let's go one more page. Outdoorsy listing coach. Look at the job description. Trainer. Look at the job description. What I care about is just showing you more options to work remote. But what was that? Maybe 6 or 7 remote positions right there. And you didn't even leave that one website. Some of you may be in the state of Texas and find a position that's not remote that you want to do with this company. They really sold me. So, Outdoorsy. So let's move on to Volt. I know who Volt is. Volt is a staffing agency. I'm just highlighting this one position, but this is a staffing agency. So they're more than likely to have more work from home positions than just this one. Provider and administrator in Rancho Cordova, work from home. Some of these, they don't even care if you live in that state or not. Read through it and see. Here are some highlights. 2 years of experience in high volume outbound call center. Do you know why I picked this job? That may have some of you guys salivating. Don't read ahead. Pay for this position is $23 to $25 an hour. $23 to $25 an hour. And then if you look to the right, it says $26 an hour. Let's just say it's $25. First off, is this full-time or part-time? I'm going to guess Let me tell you why I'm going to guess full-time. It says plus overtime is needed. Part-time positions are not going to even mention overtime in anything dealing with their job description. Okay, so you're definitely going to have a 40-hour job here. Now, it's a staffing agency, so it's probably temporary. And then if you look to the right, it's 12 weeks of duration. So 25 times 40, that's 1,000. So you'd be making 1,000 a week. That's 12,000 gross for 12 weeks, 3 months. What if you get hired on permanent? What if it turns into a permanent position? And generally what happens when you convert from temp to perm? Your salary goes what? Up, not down. So definitely apply for this. You would be a fool not to if this is your line of work and you're getting paid extremely well to do outbound calls. So I would definitely apply. I'm thinking about applying myself. Here's another one that caught my attention. You just found the job you never thought existed. Wow, that I like the way that sounds. You just found the job you never thought existed. I'm loving this sales copy. I know this is not necessarily me buying a product, but this to me puts some sales copy to shame. Professional virtual assistant, bookkeeping, and social media strategist jobs that let you work from your home office. I remember it wasn't that many years ago. Well, maybe we could say a decade ago. Jobs like this were taboo. Nobody believed it. They thought they all were scams. And man, there's so many things you can do from home. So here's a company that is advertising their belay. They're advertising virtual assistant, bookkeeping, and social media strategists. Go apply. Go apply. If all 3 of the jobs are available and you've got the skill set, apply for all 3 of them. Go apply. Let's move on. Hot cars. Now this is probably going to be mainly dudes who are into this. This is an opportunity. They call it, I think, a contributor, but you are writing about cars. Can you write interesting content about cars? So you can apply today. It's a very easy application, but I wanted to bring this up. So you want to link 3 articles that you wrote. Let's just say you wrote about fixing cars, not necessarily you wrote about, because hot cars, it's going to be a website about probably what? Sports cars. So, but even if you wrote anything about cars and you put it online, link 1, link 2, and link 3. Go ahead and put it on there. So here's your opportunity to write and get paid, and to write and get paid for what you love to write about without leaving home. So very easy application. What would make you a great contributor? Discuss the experience you have, if possible. And when they say if possible, that tells me maybe they're also open to someone not being experienced. Maybe you're a car lover and you can write about cars. So here's what I would do. If you're a car lover and you can write about cars, but you've never actually done it, here's what you do. You upload some articles to your LinkedIn profile, bam, and then put those links in there. Kabam, they just want to see what you can write. There you go. Problem solved. Let's move on to the next one. Navient. A lot of you are getting ready to turn this video off because when you see Navient, you know it's time to pay your college loans. And yes, they are hiring from home. Don't get scared. I didn't set you up. This isn't an attempt to collect the debt. You're good. Search results for remote. I've done a lot of the searching. I got down in the trenches. I went down in the sewers for you guys. I got my hands dirty for you. All you got to do is click on the links in the description. So right here, temporary provider call center representatives. So I want to speak on this position before I focus on any of the other ones. With us having the pandemic that's going on right now, vaccination centers and people calling about questions, that's going to be very popular and needed right now. Now, more and more people are getting vaccinated. Let's just pretend, let's make a number up off the top of my head. we need 5,000 people to man the phones. And as more people get vaccinated, the calls are going to decrease. But like the flu, COVID's likely not going to go away. We're still going to have COVID questions 3, 4, 5 years down the line, maybe even 10. So some of you who get these positions may wind up being permanent, and it may morph into other positions as well. So don't just look at this as a temporary position. It may be temporary long term, which may wind up into you becoming a permanent hire, being held on, or morphing into another position. Coding specialist, work from home. Click on it, see what kind of coding it is. Maybe it's medical coding. Part-time temporary provider, so that's call center still, COVID call center. Coding and audit education specialist. Click on it. If you have the skills, apply. If you don't, move on to the stuff you do. So apparently they need a lot, because these positions are definitely listed multiple times. Insurance specialists 2 and 3. When I first looked, I thought they were for insurance agents. They are not. So you don't need an insurance license definitely to do insurance specialist number 2. You don't need a license. Go apply for it. Coding compliance specialist and coding denial specialist. And I'm not clicking on it because there's too many to cover. Coding denials, maybe there was a procedure that your doctor applied for you. The insurance company denied it. So maybe you need to explain to the provider why. Maybe you need to reevaluate it. I'm not exactly sure. Look at the job description. It's another remote job. And here's a great example of not having to leave one website and look at all these jobs. And while you're there, pay your student loans. Might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And then so I went to the second page, and let's see if there's any more remotes. Software developer. We already know if you're not a software developer, don't apply. Here's another one that's remote IT compliance project manager, remote net developer. These are specialized skills. Not going to go through them all, but it looks like the vast majority. So that's 2 pages of remote positions from Navient. All right. So here is Minute Media, and what I wanted to go to right here. So there were multiple remote jobs that I found on here. One's a content editor, sports betting. I don't do any sports betting. Some of you watching do. If you enjoy that kind of work, go apply for it and get paid for it. Managing editor, sports betting. Maybe you don't really have a lot of writing or editing experience when it comes to sports, but you have editorial experience. Whether it was your high school paper, your college magazine, maybe you were a freelancer on a few websites or a local free newspaper, go apply for it. You'd be surprised. Here's another. Where did I see another remote? Right here, part-time writer, sports betting. So that's 3, and you didn't even leave that page. Now, moving on. So Aerotech, they're fairly picky from my experience who they pick, but their positions usually wind up being darn good. So Aerotech, if you've got the stuff, they're definitely worth you applying with and working for. I don't get paid a darn thing from Aerotech for saying what I'm saying. So I've worked with them in the past temporarily, but they are definitely worth. Remote credit analyst. Let me see. Oh, I know. These don't flat out say remote, but I have already clicked on them and they were remote. Loan credit analyst and seasonal credit analyst. They're all remote positions. Now, just because they say Columbus, Ohio, doesn't necessarily mean you need to be in Ohio. Click on the positions and go take a look for yourself. While you are on Aerotech's website, just like I told you with Volt, type in remote, type in work from home under keywords, and see what else that I didn't cover in this video. Now I'm saving the best for last. I've already over-delivered. I didn't under-promise, but I did over-deliver. I told you there were going to be more positions than I can count, and I haven't got to the last one yet. So let's go over there right now. Speaking of great staffing agencies, Robert Half is another one. When you get a temp position, they're usually on the higher paying scale as well. So Robert Half, they're not the accept any and everybody type of staffing agency. They are looking for people that's going to exude the Robert Half, image and reputation. Okay. So there's an office assistant remote, 15 to 17 an hour, remote. Do you know I've seen office positions that pay $8, $9 an hour from staffing agencies? They're starting at 15 to 17. An admissions officer. Now that's something I could apply for. At once upon a time, I wanted to do it because I believed so strongly in college. I could do that position with my eyes closed, 40 to 50,000 yearly. Remote. Why are you not applying for it? There's those of you who don't even have experience in admissions that could easily learn the job because you've dealt with admissions offices. You were the one that was trying to get into the school. So that's valuable experience. Data entry clerk, customer service representative, remote. If you look, 13 to 15 an hour. Robert Half, they're known for temp to hire positions. Look at this position, Director of Revenue, 75 to 85 an hour. Whatever the Director of Revenue does, somebody that's watching this is capable of doing this position. And again, I don't get anything out of it. Senior Product Manager, remote. When I don't see the salary, that says to me, go to Glassdoor, look up that position, and see what it pays, and then negotiate for the higher end of the scale. Corporate paralegal, you know what a paralegal does. You either are one or you're not. Remote. Remote data entry, we already discussed it. Remote payroll specialist. Software developer, remote. $47 to $55 an hour. If I had that skill set, guess what I would be doing? See, now this guy, he has to come into the office. You get to make this money without even coming into the office. Risk analyst, 52 to 60. What did I tell you about Robert Half? I wasn't lying. HR generalist. Look up the position, see what on average does it pay, and negotiate a little bit above that. But you didn't hear that from me. Net developer, $75,000 to $90,000 a year. Loan processor, 25 to 29. I'm sorry, that one's not remote. Skip it. I just got excited by the money. Let's keep looking. Data reporting analyst, compliance officer, bookkeeper, accounting assistant, 27 to 32 bucks. That is the assistant to the accountant. What does the accountant make? Business analyst, fully remote. I just love that term. Can you say it with me? Fully remote. Fully remote. 90,000 to 125,000 a year. Do not tell me and do not tell yourself that there are not positions out there that you can work from home today. I told you I've got stuff for entry level. I've got stuff for more experience. I've got specialized skill sets. I have part-time. I have full-time. What more do you need? And I'm not even done. Let's skip ahead and go to 4. Look what I did. I hit remote. VIP Director of Finance. 55 to 65 an hour. Business analyst, 90,000 to 125,000. Remote part-time bookkeeper, remote customer service rep. There they are, starting at 16,000. Controller, 40 to 50 an hour. Financial data analyst, those number crunchers out there, remote. Property accountant, remote. You can probably negotiate your rate with them. Product manager, $44 an hour starting. Customer service rep. HR recruiter, remote, 29 to 33 an hour. I love this. 100% remote. Litigation associate, attorney, 100% remote. Senior accountant. Desktop support, So you guys are getting it. Middle office operation, 100% remote. I could keep going on and on. There's 52 pages of jobs, and probably each one of these jobs have remote positions. See here, controller, oil and gas, 45 to 55 an hour. I'm not going to go through them all, but I just wanted to prove my point. If I kept my word and I gave you links to more jobs than I can count, I deserve a like. I deserve this video to be shared. I deserve you to be my subscriber, because I did what I said I was going to do. And I'm done with this video, but I'm not done delivering you value. There's other videos that's coming in the very near future. So again, all the links that you need are in the description, and there's instructions in the description as well. Thank you guys for tuning in.